Okay, my friend, today is the first day of fall. It's the autumn equinox. So what exactly does this mean? Well, at 10:21 this morning, that's exactly when fall begins, the fall season. Look at those wonderful leaves. Well, we're not going to have a spectacular leaf display here in the Suncoast, but what this means for us today is that the sun's rays will shine directly on the equator, and then from here on out until December 21st. December 21st happens to be the shortest day of the year. Well, the sun's rays will slowly move southward as far as the I'm not trying to come up with the words here, but as far as the length of the days becomes shorter, and we will experience some cooler temperatures in our forecast as we go through the next maybe several weeks. So right now, it's still summer, and we're experiencing summer conditions. 77 degrees right now, dew point 73, humidity at 88%. The tight radar is very quiet. There's a few isolated showers here in the Gulf of Mexico, but once again, we have this westerly flow around this area of high pressure that has been the dominant feature over the last several days. But we're going to continue to see quiet conditions along the Suncoast this morning, and then any shower activity that does develop this afternoon will be inland and probably isolated because we have dry air aloft, and these showers will build up, tap into the dry air, and they won't be able to sustain themselves, and then they just fall apart. But as far as what's happening now, the tan colors on the water vapor imagery show where the dry air is, and that's the dominant feature. But again, if these showers do develop, they'll be inland and then be pushed off to the east with this westerly flow. So you can see this on the Futurecast. Once again, showers and storms develop in the interior portions of the state. They push eastward, and then the same thing happens tomorrow. Looks like, though, this pattern will start to break down. We have this area of high pressure. Again, been the dominant feature here for the last several days, westerly flow around it. But as this continues to slowly move eastward, we will have a return flow around it, and that will bring us a northeasterly wind. And the key word in that sentence is easterly wind, because when we have the easterly wind, that helps enhance the sea breeze from the east, move all the way to the west coast, and then any shower activity that happens will be closer to the coastline. So it looks like that could happen as we get into early to mid next week, but not today. Mostly sunny, warm conditions once again, highs topping out in the low 90s with isolated inland showers and storms. As far as the Atlantic goes, a couple of storms to talk about here. We have Carl, which is a tropical depression, could intensify into a tropical storm and a hurricane, but as you can see, the track, Carl stays out in the northern Atlantic. And Lisa, which actually is a tropical storm right now, looks like this is going to slowly lose its intensity as it moves into the open waters of the northern Atlantic where it's cool. And, well, we can say goodbye to both Carl and Lisa eventually over the next few days. If you're taking the boat out today, expect northwesterly winds at 5 to 10 knots, seas at 1 to 2 feet with a light chop in the inland waterways. The UV index will be high today because of the mostly sunny skies, so make sure you put on a good amount of sunscreen. As far as your forecast goes, well, it looks like we're going to have maybe slightly cooler conditions, not really fall-like, but upper 80s by next week. The rain chance does increase with that easterly wind component as we get into early to mid next week.